Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy. Oh, hey, how's it going out there in YouTube land? It's my birthday, and I figured I would do a stream. I had a bunch of people suggest it, and I thought, you know what? I'm not doing anything this morning. I actually was going to do a get-together with Mobile Gamer this morning, but I think Mobile Gamer ate some Ewok last night, and he doesn't feel so good. All right, everybody's hitting it up, saying happy birthday and hello. Thank you guys very much for joining and tuning in. I appreciate it. We got a bunch of people from all over the world. Fave Man, Jordan, Robbie, Victor, Lior, Jens, Hexen, Zorn, I think. Eric, BB, Keyboard, of course, he's always in here. Hans, Anita beat everybody. She was first, YouTube first. I'm just kidding. So pretty cool. Darth Glitch, happy birthday, element. I know, I'm feeling old, dude. Dude, my beard went white in lots of places like 5 years ago, so whatever. Someone's asking, Eric's asking, what's my favorite character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? And it's actually a character coming out hopefully soon, and that is Star Wars Jedi holding, lightsaber wielding Rey. That's right, Rey. I'm pretty excited about her hopefully coming in with an actual lightsaber this December. That'll be fun. Everybody's still saying hi. So there was that event. I have no idea what this event is about. I think it's today. No, it starts in 15 hours, so it won't happen. So that's okay. I just figured I would go in and just play around a little bit. Last time we were streaming, I said I would showcase like my favorites and my thought process behind what I'm farming and why. And then we never got there. I ended up cutting the stream a little bit shorter than I was planning. So anyway, we're going to go in and check that out. And I had a Node 6 yesterday that totally kicked my butt. I think I tried probably 10 different teams and was struggling with that. And finally came up with the right composition to beat it, and it actually required me to use R2-D2, which I do often use, but in the right composition I was able to get through it, so that is good. All right, let's check out some of these comments. Do you think lightsaber Rey will hit even harder than current Rey? I don't think she's going to hit harder. I think she's going to be more viable because she'll be more relevant. Right now, current Rey basically just does a lot of damage. She's kind of a one-hit wonder, right? She does a lot of damage, and that's her thing. But if she gets debuffed, she kind of loses her viability. I think lightsaber Rey is going to have a large kit, probably 5 different abilities, and she's going to be able to do a plethora of things, and she's not going to be so hindered by simply having a debuff on her. And since this is the debuff world, that's kind of why she gets, you know, irrelevant in Arena. All right. Yeah, Keyboard says I would eat an Ewok so they don't give nightmares. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that Mobile Gamer's out there, and I hope he's doing all right. He didn't respond to me earlier. I asked if he wanted to delay the stream him and I were going to do, and it sounds like he didn't even respond. He didn't even see it, so I'm guessing he went back to bed. Like I said, he's eating Ewok, and he's not cooking them. He's just eating them like a cannibal, so that's on Mobile Gamer, right? All right, so looks like so far we've got about 100 of you out there. That's crazy. Side note, so you guys understand, I have it set up to where you guys can leave a comment once every 30 seconds. And if you guys throw any terrible words in there, it will automatically ban you. You guys don't want to get kicked off the stream, so make sure you guys are using clean language because this is a family-friendly show. All right. I hope that the stream looks pretty good. It shows the stream health looks great on my end, and I hope that you can hear me well, and I hope that you can hear the game. Now, I have the game turned down quite a bit because I had a stream where the game was ridiculous, really loud, and nobody could even hear anything, so I apologize in the past for that. But let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go through and kind of do my dailies, talk, answer questions, and if you have any questions, just holler them out at me, and I'll try and get to them, okay? All right. So you can see I've got my 671 crystals from my earnings yesterday, and we will go ahead and go through this. All right. I think I like to start off with dark side missions, and why it reset, I don't know, but we're gonna go to, I think it's level 8. Dark side. Nope, it'll be 9. Yeah, my ships. I gotta go pick up some of my ship shards because I want these guys 7. No, you didn't miss the bong hits. I wouldn't use a bong anyway. That goes to show how much you know me. I'm already out of energy. That is lame. I gotta purchase some. It's still pretty loud. Legend Wrestler says it's still pretty loud. Are you talking about the background music for the game or me? Am I too loud or is the game too loud? Or do you even hear the game? Actually, it currently doesn't show desktop audio at all on mine. So you shouldn't be hearing the game at all right now. I've got it turned off, so that shouldn't be too loud. And if I'm too loud, that's too bad. All right, that was a little creepy. I don't know why I just did that. First Zeta, your first Zeta should be Darth Vader. Everyone's should be Darth Vader. That's just the way of the world. The game. It says the game is too loud. All right, the background. People are saying background. Huh. All right. Let's see. Desktop. The menu sound is loud. All right. This is what we're going to do. Audio. There we go. Sound effects off. For some reason, inside of OBS, I have it muted right now, and it still was allowing you guys to hear it. So I'll just turn it off. Game sounds loud. I turned it off. Now tell me if you can hear it at all or not. Shouldn't be able to hear it at all right now. All right. Everything sounded good. Relatively new player. Happy birthday. What's your favorite character? We already answered that. Oh, what's your favorite character at this moment? I'd have to say General Kenobi, man. General Kenobi is kind of a one-hit wonder and a badass leader and a cleanser and a mob attacker. I mean, he does absolutely everything. Someone's asking, Lord of Derp. By the way, hey, Lord of Derp, I want to call this out because Lord of Derp called it out first on my last video. So on my last video with Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando, like I'm all into this like turn meter reduction, and I'm like, yeah, staring at the turn meter reduction. And I'm like, check it out. He's going to do turn meter reduction. This is going to be awesome. And then it doesn't do turn meter reduction, and I'm like, ah. And then I go back and I edit it, and I'm like, man, I put in some patch notes. They're like, hey, maybe you need more potency. I didn't even look above their head. They had tenacity up. I am a moron, but that's okay. You guys forgive me, I hope. But anyway, Lord of Derp's like, maybe they have a little bit less tenacity up. Maybe that would work. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? I went back and watched, and I'm like, yeah, tenacity up. That'll stop turn meter reduction. Faux show. So that was pretty funny. Sound effects, not music. Yeah, I killed it. Cool. Background's fine. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Lord of Derp, how long will the stream be? I think I'm going to have the stream probably somewhere in the ballpark of an hour-ish. I get too long and you just start putting people to sleep, and I don't want to have to sing you guys to sleep. So what's up, Warrior? All right. Happy birthday from Poland. I got Germany, Poland, Europe, South America, South Africa, Australia. There's a bunch of people from all over America. Will we get Revan? I think Revan will come into the game at some point. I really do. All right. What's my favorite team to use? You're going to hate the answer to that. You're asking me what my favorite team is. And honestly, it's Rebels. I love Rebels, and the reason why I love Rebels is I'm a good guy, right? I always wanted the dark side to lose, me to win. And when I was a kid, that was kind of the thing. And also, in this game, if you come down to Rebels, let's do this together. I mean, look at the amount of freaking rebels in the game. There is a lot of rebels in the game. So there is a huge opportunity here to be able to build essentially any kind of team that you want to build. So I love my rebels. But when I watch Star Wars, I cheer on the rebels. When I watched Rogue One, I cheered the Rogue One squad on to victory, hoping so. I know a lot of you are like, Darth Vader, but it's just what happens. So, all right, let's see. Let's keep moving on with some of these basics. Cantina, I am currently farming Gar Saxon, and what's cool about Gar Saxon is you notice there's a potential for an Omega piece, and I've gotten 3 since I started farming Gar Saxon about 2 weeks ago. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to go ahead. This is my favorite energy to spend my daily winnings on. So I'm going to spend my daily winnings on this energy. And there we go. All right. Let's see. Man, it is going quick. I remember you maxed out your ATF and haven't seen any videos on her. Oh, dude, Anita is saying that I don't use my ATF. Hey, hold on. Let's pause this and let's show her what my current arena squad is. And I haven't fought in 24 hours almost. So let's go to ranks. Let's find my team. Oh, ATF is in the house. Look at that, Anita. Check that out. I've got a ATF sitting there, and you know why ATF is fun? Is she is like Thrawn or Darth Nihilus almost with the one-shot hits. The only problem with this team is there's not a lot of buffs, so she doesn't do nearly as much damage as she could on a team that does buffs. But yeah, there's my ATF. That's so hilarious, Anita, that you asked. And thank you for the happy birthday for everybody who's saying that. Eric asks, what character should you try and get right now? I think the top 3 that you should try and get would be, actually, I'll just say top 2, Darth Nihilus and Baze. Those 2 guys, you're going to have to buy out of the shipments unless you have their node unlocked. And even if you have your node unlocked, you're going to want to supplement that farming with getting them out of shipments. 3 for 150, so I would recommend that. So there is that, but R2-D2, Thrawn, those kind of characters you need and want are going to come out of events. So you're going to have to farm up the characters for those events, which means Phoenix and Empire. Empire is important anyway, so go ahead and farm up an Empire team for sure. But let's see. Okay, I've done my light side or my dark side battles. I've done, let's see, I got Canteen Energy. Let's go ahead and, man, it doesn't save where I was just at. What the heck? All right, let's get some Gar Saxon. And I'm looking for some Mark III purple materials as well. Definitely want some purple material as well. All right. You planning to buy any of the new Ewok packs? Not those like crystalled packs. Those crystal packs are, I hate to say it, a terrible value. And so even as a whale, I'm not going to buy those packs. So I hope that says something. Let's see. Somebody said something about the tenacity up. Let me see. Michael says, up, tenacity up, HPD man. Yeah, no, that was funny. I can't believe it. I wasn't even paying attention to the tenacity up above their head. I'm like, turn meter reduction. I was staring at their turn meter bar. And then, of course, I didn't pay attention to the most simplistic thing, which was the tenacity up, which you're not going to get anything landed if they have tenacity up. It's like 1,000% tenacity. So it's built in to guaranteed resist. Rebel scum. It says, you invested a lot in Phoenix. Do you like them? I enjoy the Phoenix squad. I think that their ships are pretty interesting, and I'm excited to get their ships maxed out so I can have some diversity in Ships Arena instead of everybody running kind of an Empire target lock team, you know? Let's see. Ahsoka is a rebel. Yep. Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is a rebel. So yeah, the old Ahsoka was a Jedi, but then she was betrayed by the Jedi Order and basically hung out to dry and almost killed by the Empire, and the Jedi stood by and watched, all because she didn't do something that they were allowing her to be accused of. So pretty sad. Ewakin says 3 Omegas, you hacker. Yeah, Ewakin, what's happening, bro? Yeah, I hacked the game. I totally hacked the game, and I programmed it to give me a birthday Omega, and that's fun. There's that. You just type in your chat. You type in this is bullcrap, and 3 Omegas just pop right up for your birthday. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Ewokin's here, but late. Let's see, I just unlocked Shard Shop. Cool. Territory battles release. I don't have any news, so I can't like spill the beans, but I really don't know. But I would venture to say it's going to take longer than initially anticipated because of the leaks. They have to do a lot more playtesting that they don't have us playtesting. And so, unfortunately, it's going to take them a little bit longer. Let's keep going with my Gar Saxon. Alrighty. Alright. I'm getting some Mark 3s. That's good. Man, I'm always out of the Mark 3s, man. Look at that. I've got 11. That is it. 11. That's crazy. That is terrible. But it is what it is. I just spend them. I have an addiction to ability materials, like a bad addiction to ability materials. But when you have 100+ characters unlocked and leveled up, it's like they all need it. So there's that. Swagger, what's happening, Swagger like me? What's happening, bro? Let's see. I have a 6 to 7 star Phoenix characters. They can pretty much get to node 10. The other tunes can finish them. Yeah, Lord of Derp uses his. He likes them. I think they're pretty cool too. So yeah, alrighty. What else do we have going on? Let's go to the stores. I gotta buy stuff out of here anyway. What do you guys think of the new shipments? I think the shipments are pretty cool. So it's all the same cost. There's not anything that's a worse deal or a better deal. They're just breaking up full pieces now into salvage. So you can either buy full pieces, buy salvage. And I think for the free to play, you know, if you're trying to get a stun cuff and it costs $1,400, you kind of give up and you go, I'm never going to save up $1,400. I use all mine for energy. There's no way. But when it's $560 and you get 20 and you're only 22 away from a new stun cuff, man, that is a doable goal, right? So I think it's really cool that they are, you know, doing this, that they've incorporated it in this way. All right. I'm good, Lucas Black. How are you? So yeah, like this Mark 11 Blast Tech weapon mod salvage, you can get 20 of them. And see, I have almost 20 right now. So that would be a doable thing. I could save those up in one day. For other people, maybe 3 days. But I could buy that and I would have almost my 50. I would be about 11 shy. And that's pretty cool that you can do that. Still can buy the full pieces if you want. But, you know, wow, they've got a Mark 10 and a Mark 9 electro binoculars side by side. Pretty cool. All right, though, I'm not wasting credits or crystals on any of them. And they dropped her as in Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum because we were talking. We've got her in here now. I don't see her having dropped in here, but yep. All right. Let's see. I am looking for somebody. Let's see. Can you recommend me some Boba Fett team for Arena? Boba Fett's a great leader in Arena. He'll increase the overall damage that your entire team does. Pretty exciting. Jawa Dani is asking if I would be his ally, and I would love to be, but my allies are full. I'm always rotating in my patrons, so they have an opportunity to try to win those highest level nodes. And then somebody said that they're, you know, reworked all the pictures of like the Geonosians. That was a superficial thing, but I think that that might lead to something else. There's a very good chance that we may have a separatist rework possibly coming up. Yeah, that might happen. So pretty cool. Let me see. I'm looking for Ewokin really quick because I know he's here. So let me look. All right, I made Ewokin a moderator, so you guys better behave, because if you don't behave, Ewokin is going to slap you around. That is right, Ewokin's in the house. So he is a moderator now. I know he's always in here. All right, they could add more gear. You know what? More gear for credits. I totally agree. I think that that is silly that they don't give us a greater opportunity. I think they should have some of the nice gear, like a 5-pack of stun cuffs for like, you know, 40,000 credits, something like that. You know, it's going to cost a lot, but you'll get something good out of it. I think they should have all the gear you really need for either crystals or for like maybe an exorbitant amount of credits. So you could save your credits up and choose to use them. There would still be a credit crunch, but you'd still be able to determine how to spend those credits. So ATF is not currently in the shard shop, but I think that they are going to eventually rotate her in sometime probably in the next couple of weeks. So save your shard shop currency if you're wanting to get her. Ewok and oh man, you gave me the power. Ongawa, I gave you the power. By the way, your mama didn't take no shower and she stank. All right. Yeah, 5 packs of stun cuffs for 1 million. No, no, don't suggest that if they're watching. That is not a good idea. Let's say 50,000 credits. How's that? All right, you got to buy 3 things a day. So I'm going to buy 3 things today. Stupid stuff I don't even need. Let's go into this store. Cantina Store. I reduced all of my currency because they dropped my ship out of the shard shop. I was doing the Starfighter, and they freaking took it out of there. So I used all my currency to like buy a bunch of junk to convert it in the shard shop to get that ship as high as I could. I got it to 6 stars. Really sad that they took those guys out, Gar, Saxon, and Imperial Super Commando out. That bothers me. So someone's asking, does simming 3 or 20 at a time matter in all reality? So in all reality, the answer is no, not at all. RNG is going to roll every single individual chance separately, and then it's going to give you the end result. But we're dealing with, it's not true RNG, and it's pre-programmed RNG. And so I'm telling you, you can find a rhythmic database, and you can find a pacing that will cause you to have more consistent RNG results. I've proven this about 9 months ago. I did it for 3 months, and I get more consistent results. Now, if somebody wants to call me a liar, that's fine. They can do it however they see fit, and they should just not worry about how Warrior does it. But I break mine down by the, I know the drop rate because we've pulled the statistical drop rates, and then I double the drop rate so I give more consistency to the RNG. So if it's a purple piece that drops 25% of the time, I'll go 8. Same thing with shards on the higher level. They're more like a 25%, but most shards for characters are 33%. So anyway, I would do for characters normally 6 if I was doing that. But for character shards in hard nodes, you can only do 3 at a time anyway. But people will tell you in theory, no, it doesn't make a difference, and it doesn't. But it does. So try it both ways and do whichever makes you happy, because we want you all to be happy. All right. Do you think my Rex squad with a Kylo, Palps, Boba, and Sunfac? That's pretty good. Eric, not bad at all. I think you'd be good with that. Sunfac will have a resurgence. Count that as a fact. He's definitely going to have a resurgence. And let's see. Other than the Kenobi sync trick, are there any good practices for Kenobi in the hat? You know, General Kenobi's good in any of those phases, but really the phase 1 is the best phase for him. And it says, your 3 purchases can be out of any of the shop now. Yep. Warrior, I got a question for you. Who should I farm? The First Order or Resistance? I would say Resistance. Resistance needs 1 Zeta. That's it. Only 1. And you can get 4 to 6 million with Resistance in phase 2. So if you're looking for a fun team. Plus, you can blast through Galactic War without being touched if you can get high enough speed on those guys. So pretty awesome. All right, so let's just go through here, see what I have. I don't think there's anything in here I need. I do like this stuff in here. This is good gear, decently leveled 8, level 9 gear, and you can buy fully crafted in there. Not a lot of people know that. Let's see. I need to level up a mod, so I need to find a mod. Ugh, there's no mods in there. There's never any mods in there. All right, shard shop currency, is gear still okay to buy? I would only buy the fully crafted gear. I would just save up that way, because you want to save up anyway. So if a character drops, you have a lot of currency. But if nothing drops and you want to get some, you know, a furnace or something, you can get it fully crafted, and there you go. But yeah, if you're trying to top someone off and just get a little bit of something, you could always buy a couple in there. But it just, I don't know. I like to buy the fully crafted. So Is it a good idea to farm resistance or first order for the new stuff coming out? People are theory crafting about that. I think there'll probably be new resistance and new first order characters coming into the game in December. That's just a guess. I have no idea, but it would probably behoove you to have a decent one of those teams or the other, depending upon which you prefer. Let's see. Let's keep moving. Come on, no ships that I need. Dang it. All right, well, I got some ship currency, so we're all right. And no Darth Vader ship. I'm still farming Darth Vader's ship. Who out there is still farming Darth Vader's ship? I am currently farming the TIE Advanced. I've got him 37 shards away from being completed. I am farming the Phantom 2 and the Ghost. I've got them at 37 and 46 respectively. And then I am farming, let's do it, the Gauntlet Starfighter. And so that ship is at 58 of 100. I was hoping to have it 7-starred by Monday, but that is not going to happen. Is it a good idea to farm the Sith? Yes, Danny, that is an excellent idea. Anthony says, Commander Luke, I wish that we'd have the return of Jedi Luke like the green lightsaber. I hope that Commander Luke has a lightsaber. I think that he should be a dual wielder like Sabine with a lightsaber and a gun. And I think he should be overpowered like Thrawn, R2-D2, General Kenobi. Even if there's another version of him coming out in December, I just feel like we've desperately wanted a Luke in the game that was good for so long that if they bring a second Luke in that sucks, everybody's going to revolt and probably quit the game. So I hope that it's worthy and that they have it. All right. Yeah, so I'm farming those ships. I can't get the Millennium Falcon. Nobody can. That's a stupid ship anyway. No, I'm just kidding. It's an awesome ship. Wish I could have it. But I farmed all the other ships that I can farm. Obviously, the TIE Reaper is a personal favorite of mine for an Empire team, but it's only at 3 stars. And for ships, the stars make a huge impact both in their usability and in their overall, I mean, speed goes up, everything. So unfortunately that. Also Kylo Ren's command shuttle, really good ship, and it's borderline viable. It's actually viable at 4 stars. It really is. It's just, I wish it was a little better. What rank do I do in ships? I let myself drop, let whoever climb, and then at my payout, I climb back up to number 1 every day. And I do that so I can get my number 1 payout, because number 1 payout's 1,800 ship currency, which is enough to almost get 1 Zeta mat every day. Now, that's not true currently because I'm farming 4 ships, and so I'm spending pretty much all my currency on ships, not Zeta, but I'm okay with that. I don't need any more Zeta characters at this point, so I'm letting that go a little bit and trying to get all the rest of the ships. Let's see. San Francisco. Timothy from San Francisco says, what's up? Let's see. You're farming. D's farming Darth Vader's ship. It's a good ship. It really is. When you speak of computer randomness not being truly random, they generally speak about predictability, not about the spread of numbers being incomplete over a given set of rolls. Yeah, and actually, it's pseudo RNG anyway. If you want to look up pseudo RNG, it's actually programmed randomness, not true randomness, because it's a computer program. And so there is predictability, and it will give predictable results. So yes, with the RNG, you can start to see pattern. And when you see that pattern, you can follow that pattern. It won't always pay out 100%, but it definitely works better than just slamming 20 and hoping for the best. So let's see. MLK says, what's up, Warrior? What's up, MLG? ATF seems like a total bust. You know, she's really fun on offense. She's just terrible on defense because she doesn't know when to gather buffs in the game. And so that's kind of the problem, is she doesn't know when to collect the buffs that she should be collecting. But I think, yeah, farming Sith characters is important. You asked that. TIE Fighter up to 7-star for Rancor, but I don't know what mods. Critical Chance are great mods for him. You'll also want Potency. I know people say, well, you don't need Potency because he uses his Critical Chance for his Tenacity down, but he also applies buff immunity, guys, and ability blocks. So, I mean, Potency's still a thing, and there is still a Potency check on him. So I always say Potency and Critical Chance, but he's pretty consistent. Even with a 40% Critical Chance, he can still put that tenacity down pretty consistently. So let's see. RNG is the son of the devil. I totally agree with that. All right, so we got to do light side battles. Let's farm for some gear. I think we'll go to my favorites. Everybody wanted to know what was in my favorites, so let me explain. I'm using Jawa Scavenger in the Kenobi sink, as they call it in Phase 1, and I'm just trying to make him a little bit more durable. And so I'm getting him to gear 11, plus he's 1 away from gear 11, so I want to get him to gear 11. Luminara is in here for no other reason other than I want to get her to gear 11 for my collection score, because she's 1 piece away. And then Gar and Imperial Super Commando, I'm farming them both in gear and in star. And of course, the gear, I've got him to gear 11, so that's great. And then Tusken Shaman for Phase 3 or Phase 2 teams. And I've got her gear 10, 7 star. So definitely trying to finish her off. I've got 4 pieces left for the Tusken Shaman. And we'll come in here. And these Mark III Bacta-gels, I freaking hate. That's like 240 plus pieces to make up 1 piece of gear, and I've got exactly enough for 1 piece down there, and here we're trying to get this, so whatever. But I'm going to do this, and we're gonna just do some light side battle. Oh well, you know what, I can't do light side for these stupid pieces. That's right. So I hate that. Let's go do a different. All right, let's see. I can do light side on these. The Mark 6 is... By the way, does he look like he's holding something? It's kind of an inappropriate picture, if you ask me. Totally not appropriate. Actually, you know what it looks like more? Is it looks like he is playing the game where you put a circle, you know, somewhere, and if someone looks, they get to punch you. And I don't know about you, but I don't want Savage punching me. So don't look down below his waist. Don't look below his waist. I'm telling you, don't look below his waist. All right. Do I have a completely free-to-play account? Just wondering if you feel the pain of the slow grind. I have a completely free-to-play account. It's so much work playing a free-to-play and a pay-to-play that I don't play my free-to-play often because it's just a grind in both games, and I have a busy life. So no, I don't play a lot, but I do have it. It's at like level 78, and I don't have Darth Nihilus. I don't have Baze or Chirrut. So I feel it. I got like 1-star and 2-star ships in my free-to-play account. So pretty funny, actually. Warrior already has Logray and Wicket to gear 11. That actually is not true at all. I don't have Logray and Wicket to gear 11. I have them, I think, at gear 8 and 9, respectively. Wicket's okay. Yeah, Wicket's okay. I don't think they're as good as everybody's hoping them to be. I have a couple of people who are whales who've maxed those teams out already, and they dropped out of the top 20 of their shard. So if you're brand new, they might work really well, but on a existing shard, not so much. Is Yoda good at 5 stars? Yes. By the way, in my arena shard, someone runs Illuminara Z to lead. Works amazing. Yes, that is true. The Millennium Falcon, yes, needs to go into the ship store. Hey, Warrior Miser up here. Teals. Yeah, right, Teals. No, I know, but seriously, look at him. Savage is like, I dare you. Touch me right here. I'll punch you in the face. That's a terrible voice. I can't do voices. My voice impersonations are not on point. So, all right, let's do some challenges really quick. I get totally distracted. See, because I get these right here from this event. It's the only thing in here that's even worth anything right here. That's the only piece. Murder bears aren't going to be viable in arena. Not at the highest end for sure. I totally agree with that. All right. So we're going to go to ship challenges. We're going to check this out. All right. And let's see. I have somebody invading my room. They're invading. Why don't you come over here very carefully? Do not hit anything. I've got cameras, I've got lights, and we're live, but let's see if you can come around. I've got a friendly visitor, a friend of the family coming here. Come around really carefully. Come by me. It's all good. And just say hi really quick. Wave your hands. He's a friend. He's not my son, but he's someone visiting, saying hey. Come a little closer to me. There you go. You got to get insight. There you go. All right. Everybody say hi. Hello. You got any wits of wisdom for these guys?
I don't know, actually.
No wits of wisdom. All right. Hey, thanks for visiting, man. I appreciate it very much. You going to check out the rest of the stream?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hang on out right over there, and I'll check it out. Hey, they say what's happening. All right. Let's do Fleet Arena really quick and see where I am at. I am at number 3. Nobody's bumped me past number 3. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to ranks. And looks like OBS disconnected for a second. I apologize for that. That happens. I know, he broke it. It looks like it's back to good stream. I know, the kid killed the stream. No, he didn't. He didn't kill the stream. I know, for some reason, OBS just dropped. By the way, OBS, or the Open Broadcast Software, does sometimes crash, and it has an ability to automatically pop back up, and apparently it crashed for about 30 seconds. I apologize, but I'm back. So no, that was not my son. It's actually a friend of mine who's visiting my wife right now, brought over their son. So yes, that is who that is. All right, let's do some light side battles. Try and get some of these guys. Yep, it's great now. It's back up. All right. I have no allies slots left. All right, what free-to-play ships should you farm under Tarkin? You don't even worry about free-to-play. Basically, all the ships are free-to-play other than like 4 of them. So I would farm all the target lock ships. Any ship that has target lock synergy are the ships you're going to want. I have Kanan Gear 11. Yes, I do. Are you running Gauntlet yet? No, I have not ran Gauntlet yet under Tarkin, but I do plan on doing that this next week. And best mods for GK can be anything. You can use health, you can use defense, you can use, speed mods. We get her out. Awesome. You can use whatever that you have. So just make sure that you use specifically a speed arrow, that you use the critical damage triangle set, or you can use protection there, and then you want to double up protection on the bottom for sure. But speed's really important, so he can do a lot of cleansing. All right, let's see. Why is Nox totally frozen? Super irritating. I think Nox disconnected when OBS dropped. Mods for Vader, I did health and offense mod sets. That's what I did for there. What the heck? Nox is like frozen. This is irritating. All right, OBS is working great, but Nox is having some issues. All right, come on, Nox. Yeah, free to play, I tell people enjoy the grind. I mean, if you have to be number 1 in this game, maybe this game isn't for you, but if you're okay with, grinding slowly from top 1,000 to top 500 to top 100 and slowly learning and being focused on the right characters and eventually grinding up near the top, you can do it. I have 2 people on my leaderboard, my shard, who are completely free to play, and they are doing very well in the top 10. And now that they're in leaderboard chat, they do better because we're all kind of making sure that everybody respects everybody in the top 20. So pretty cool. I can't believe that Nox is frozen like this. I think what I'm going to have to do is kill Nox and reload it, unfortunately for me. Is Smithy D here? Oh, man. Smithy D. Let's go ahead and... What's up, Smithy D, brother? I'm going to add you as a moderator as well, because Smithy D's the man. He knows what's up. All right, here we go. Let's kill it. Oh, man. So sad. So sad. All right. All right, here comes Nox. I think we're pulling it back up. Galactic War Race versus Smithy D. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. All right, let's see if I can... All right, I think I'm getting this resolved. Dang. How irritating. All right. Apologize for that. Yeah, right now, side note, you guys, if anybody was ever going to get crystals and ever going to buy a chromium pack and ever going to want good results from that chromium pack, it is right now. Darth Nihilus is dropping 80% of the time. I went ahead and did a collaboration and found the information from a number of people who are currently right now purchasing, and they did consistent pack purchases to try to see what was dropping, and they got Darth Nihilus unlock 4 times out of 8 purchases, but the other 2 out of 4 drop Darth Nihilus shards. So if you want Darth Nihilus, right now is the time to get him in the chromium pack. They have him coded for very high drop rates at this time, so pretty crazy. Memu I used, or however you say it, I used as an emulator, didn't work with OBS very well for me, so I was having issues there with that. Let's see, did it give me my light side? Nope. I got to go back and do light side missions. Man, I hope it doesn't freeze on me when I go and do light side. Oh, MJ, check that out. Happy birthday, bro. 20 bucks. MJ, that was very, very nice of you. I appreciate that. That'll serve me very well for some coffee for another live stream down the road. Very, very cool. Yeah, Smithy D had a live stream last night. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's called The Rule of Two, and I did pop in for about a half hour last night, so pretty fun. Let's go back and see if I can't, doing a light side battle. That's all I wanted to do. Just a couple for the dailies. It's like, come on now. Gear 9, 1 Omega on Kylo, almost 200 speed. Is that good? Eric Harvey, that is good. Not bad at all. All right. Let's just do some of these for the dailies. There we go. Finally. And then I've got to upgrade a mod. I don't even think I have a mod available to upgrade because I throw them away if they're junk and I level them up if they're good. And, oh, I have 2 down here. What are these guys? Okay, this one has 10 speed, but it's already been upgraded. Let's go ahead and we'll just go to 9 to see what the new thing they're going to drop. Some protection, not bad. The best way to find a guild is go onto the forums. The forums have a lot of the guilds, all the best guilds are up there on the forums. That's a great time. Let's see. Do you think Baze will get a higher drop rate? No, never. All right. Okay, Eric Harvey says he's got 20 bucks to spend. He's going to try on Nihilus. Side note, remember, he's going to drop either shards or full packs on Nihilus 6 out of 8 times, statistically 75% of the time. If you don't get it on one pack pull, you might get it on the very next pack pull. So you might want to determine that in how you're purchasing. Hey, see you later. Thanks for visiting. You have a good afternoon.
Okay, I will.
Later, brother. All right. The Inferno Squadron, that would be pretty cool. All right. So all I've got left are fights and the Galactic War. Well, and I've got some challenges that have dropped now. Everybody's saying, which chromium pack? You know what, like I said, he's the full pack or the other one. His drop rate's really high in both. So it just depends on which one you want to get. All right, let's do Fleet Arena. And I don't need to climb right now, so why don't we go against this really, really crazy Tarkin? One of the Tarkin. Everyone's running Tarkin. Holy crap, everyone's running Tarkin. You know, Tarkin was recently reworked. A lot of people don't know it, but now when ships come in, they have retribution on them. So that's pretty cool. Makes them very, very strong. Yeah, Savage does look like he's doing something dirty that he shouldn't be doing on a game. Get your hand out of there. All right. Let's see. Chow, chew on it. I don't want to really level. I don't have to climb right now. There's no reason to climb right now. But whatever. I'll climb. It's just one. If I bump him one, he shouldn't be mad. So I mix up my team all the time. I like Biston's ship. It does target lock, but unfortunately, if I put Biston in my 5 lineup, 100% of the time, he's the first one targeted and killed, and I don't know why. So it's just what happens. So I brought him out and put him in the backup, and I've put First Order TIE Pilot back in his slot because First Order does so much damage. So we'll go ahead and battle it out. Linus says, happy birthday. My gift is not sniping you. Har, har, har. Yeah. Yep, definitely an arena. Having some fun. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is paint some target lock on their team. Let's just keep applying target lock on everybody. And why don't we do the AoE now? Why not? Damage them both. Finish off. I always use my Darth Vader to hit their Imperial TIE Fighter because he never misses. Side note, I think a lot of people forget these little pictures in the corner of the characters. That was a rework just recently in a quality of life. It's kind of fun being able to see all the different characters that they have. Watching Sunfac, you know, and their ships, Boba Fett's ship explode, that kind of stuff. Pretty fun, definitely for sure. And their Geonosian Starfighter needs to go here soon because he taunts a lot. We're just having fun, and man, it's going a little too fast. I wasn't trying to completely wipe them out that fast, but it happens. And Biggs dies. Biggs dies every battle. That's kind of the design. Let's see. Offense, defense down. Let's hit both the ships. And let's see if he brings in a fellow before I kill him. Oh, dodged. And that's all she wrote. That didn't even last 2 minutes. Sorry about that. Hold on 1 second. Oh my gosh, I thought I muted it and I didn't. That was horrible. Got something in my throat. Hold on 1 second. All right, much better. Okay, let's go to Arena. Let's mix up the team. And let's have some fun. Dane, June, Shards Falcor. His birthday was just in July as well. Let's see. We have Harunalump with an amazing overpowered Jedi team. We got TDB, who has kind of what we call Titan, which is a Team Instinct team that kind of mixes everybody up. Greetings from Croatia again. Let's see. So much loudness. I know. Sorry about that, dude. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Scourge is running a really fun team. I think he just got his payout as well. He's running the Death Trooper. Death Trooper's super fun. And Thrawn, of course. And yeah, lots of fun. Let's see. You'll unlock Kenobi in 2 weeks. Who should you Zeta first? For Zeta, Kylo, or Vader? I would do Vader for sure. For sure. Jeff Henderson just had his birthday. Pretty dope. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and fight Harunalump. And I am going to, let's see. Let's select a squad. Let's do This irritating mother. This is a one I used a couple of weeks ago. Made a video on it. I think I made a video on it. Pretty sure I made a video on it. And it's kind of a slow but steady team that can kind of work any team. Very, very durable. So General Kenobi, we'll go ahead and smack him around. By the way, Thrawn is kind of the end of Baze. That's kind of the point. Is he eliminates Baze, or at least the ability to use Baze effectively because of that. All right. We're gonna try to go for Jedi Knight Anakin because Jedi Knight Anakin is, dang, their Qui-Gon, their Ezra hits so hard, so hard. All right. We've got to take out their Jedi Knight Anakin first, then their Ezra. And you got to do all of this while General Kenobi is fractured. All right, let's go ahead and give this to General Kenobi. I make Thrawn really fast because I use him in arena. So it depends on how you use him. But I use him in arena. This team is really, really good. This Jedi team you're seeing right here is the team you would want to use. Let's fracture him again. Now let's go back to Ezra. We got to take Ezra out. Ezra is lethal. His damage is absolutely atrocious. So let's get rid of him. And now we can move to R2-D2. All right, and now Qui-Gon Jinn. Everybody's suffering on my team. They're all like standing around suffering. All right, let's get Qui-Gon Jinn out of there. Goodbye. Oh, it didn't kill him. That's all right. He's not doing well. And fracture him one more time and he's dead. And that's all she wrote. Pretty fun team. I showcased this team not too long ago. It's a great defensive squad, but it can get bumped just like any team can get bumped. I definitely recommend Ezra if you want him because he's great for Rebels and he's also great for Jedi teams. And he's an easy farm out of Cantina once you unlock his Cantina node. It will take some time to get him fully 7 stars, but he's definitely a monster. Definitely a monster. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go into Galactic War. Let's restart this bad boy. And this is my Galactic War team. If I had a Zeta Finn, I would go through here and just slaughter him with resistance, but I use this one. All right. What do you think about familiar faces come to help our hero? So familiar faces, familiar means we've seen them before, which means they're already in the game, right? So they're characters that are already in the game. And they come to help our hero, meaning that they're going to come and help Luke in his journey. So you have to think about who's in the game that are familiar to Luke. So Chewie, Old Ben. I mean, it's probably going to make sense, right? They're going to try to have it make sense. So I think you can probably figure it out if you go through Leia, probably Leia, Old Ben. I think they're going to probably have those type characters to be able to use him. So I'm thinking like Rebels, Jedis, Galactic Republic type characters. Galactic Republic would be before, but maybe the Jedis and Rebels. But they're probably going to require specific characters. We'll see. That's just them trying to be cryptic like they like to be. All right. So IG-88 will be the first one we target. We'll let my team do the work. They'll bust these guys out pretty quickly. Royal Guard is still used all the time on teams in this, and that's because it's an excellent team. It really is with Royal Guard. Royal Guard's excellent. Wedge and Biggs, perhaps, possibly. They were in that episode, so Wedge definitely is a possibility. That would be pretty cool. And since so many people have developed Wedge and Biggs, that would be really beneficial as well. I think you might want to pay attention to Old Ben. That might be a possibility for sure. That might be something that you want to take a look at. All right, so Old Daka is the first one we'll target because she can bring people back, and we don't want them to come back. Of course, Old Ben leadership lets you miss half the time. And then anyone that is going to prevent you from healing is somebody that you'll want to kill. Like during this, you're going to want to... Oh, gave her all the buffs. Oops. That was an accident. Bam! Dead. But no, I think it'll make sense. I think all the characters from his past in the movies that are a part of his journey, specifically any characters in game that were there on the Battle of Hoth, I think those characters specifically are probably going to be important. And I don't think that he's directly related to the territory battles of Hoth per se that they've announced, but I think that's kind of the evolution. They're going to the Hoth battles, and you know, he's going to be it's going to be that, you know, Commander Luke, and he was Commander Luke when he was on Hoth, and so you have to look at those individuals on Hoth kind of to get your basis for where he's gonna, what they're gonna use. Raid Han would definitely be a potential with Chewie and Leia. Yep, I think those are potentials. Old Ben, yeah, I know, screw Old Ben, right? Hondo would be dope if we could get Hondo in here. That would be really cool. All right, we're on our first, aka hard node. This is an easy node. It's a complete Night Sisters team. I can't do this, you guys. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to just quit now. It's a Night Sisters team. Man, I'm screwed. I can't. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's do this. Unfortunately for them, they go down really fast. It's actually kind of sad. And they don't really do any damage, but from what it sounds like, there's a possibility of a Night Sisters rework. There was a podcast, I guess people still do that, but there was a podcast where apparently somebody spilled the beans. I think Top Hat from Capital Games spilled the beans about there being a Night Sisters rework. I don't know anything about that, but apparently there is. So interesting. Oh, Jedi. Poor Jedi. They're not going to survive. This is so sad. So sad. Chewie isn't in the game, though. He's actually in the game. He's in the game. No, he's really in the game. We just don't get to play with the Chewie you're talking about. He is in the game files, though. You've even seen him in one of the events in the past. So, yeah, there's that. All right, let's daze these guys. And this is kind of going to be a beatdown since I'm using a Sith team. Poor Jedi. The other thing is Jedi are having a resurgence in the arena. They're really becoming very, very popular. I have, I think, 3 or 4 in my top 20. And because of that, actually, Darth Maul is having a resurgence and is starting to come back to life. So pretty cool to see some of these teams coming back up and Rex teams starting to go away. I love Rex. I just wish everybody didn't use him, you know, mix it up a little bit. That's all I'm saying. All right. So my node 6 is a nightmare. So my node 5, I have to kind of use basics only. So that way, when I go into node 6, not only do I have the turn meter advantage, but I also have all of my abilities available to me and them not on cooldown. So we're going to just do basics only. Yeah, there's a lot of characters in the game files. A lot of characters in the game files, so all right, we're gonna do basics only. Oh, they're gonna get some turn meter. That's all right. Then we'll take out Boba Fett. Boba Fett's pretty powerful, and you got to kill him twice, which is super irritating for sure. Well, yeah, if you run clones, Rex makes sense, but everybody uses Rex because they know what works. He works great, but there's a lot of other things that work great in the game, so you don't have to use Rex. I use Rex, but I also use General Kenobi as a lead. I also use Darth Nihilus. I use Darth Vader as a lead, Darth Maul as a lead. I mix it up. I used Gar Saxon earlier this week for a couple of days, so there was that. Oh, this isn't bad. It's just Darth Vader and Count Dooku, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Nihilus, and Royal Guard. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We should do all right. Why don't you use Vader in these teams? Overall, he just doesn't do that much damage. Let's get some days. Let's do some cooldown increase. Let's go ahead and actually put... of course it doesn't apply. Stupid. I was going to put shock over his head. Let's speed my team up. Dooku's annoying unless he's dazed, so I'm going to go ahead and let's try shock again. Put it over his head. There we go. Because I don't want him taunting. Now we go for Darth Vader. We got to get him down before he does his force crush on my characters. Let's try and stun these bad boys. All right. I got some stun out of it. We'll annihilate him and move to Nihilus. Let's get some days on them. Yeah, this team is super fun to play, and man, it just not a whole lot hangs up. Man, this was an easy node 6. Really, really easy node 6. Pretty excited about that. All right, another days. And I do love this. Savage going in for the death kill. That was pretty good. Yeah, my node 6 is a nightmare. My node 8 is normally pretty bad, and my node 10 is normally pretty bad. So it's like 6, 8, 10, which is kind of weird. That's normally not the case for most people. But that node was easy, and now back to easy nodes. Look at that new picture. Pretty cool. All right, we'll just keep working with it. Yeah, Darth Nihilus lead Galactic War is really, really fun. And if you have the characters, why not? Rey still is a heavy hitter, so you got to focus on her. But if you use Resistance in Galactic War, in my opinion, Resistance is the #1 best team for Galactic War. If you want to go through Galactic War fast and efficient with one team only, you can use Rogue One, you can use Darth Nihilus, you can use, Thrawn-led teams. I mean, there's a bunch of options, but Resistance is definitely the best. And then someone's asking, Danny's asking, is Old Man Rex going to come in because he was in Star Wars Rebels? And, they have so many multiple aspects of characters in the game. They're bringing, General Kenobi and Old Ben and, maybe someone else. And, they got Han and Leia. I mean, there's a good chance that we'll get Old Man Rex. I'm not really sure necessarily that he would be a good addition to the game unless he was specific for a particular raid, because then maybe they could give him the huge vehicle. If they introduced vehicles, I think that would be pretty dope since he has that in there, and there was that huge scene where he fights Empire, so pretty cool there. Could you please show us the Resistance team? I have my Resistance at gear 11, but I don't have all their Omegas on their abilities yet, and I don't have the Zeta. So Resistance, for me, isn't what I'm explaining to you because I don't have what I need to make Resistance what I'm explaining. So, yep. And let's see, your Sith are OP. They're pretty good anyway. I definitely like my Sith. I've run this team, very similar to this team. I use Sith Trooper instead of Emperor Palpatine, and it's pretty difficult for people to beat a Sith team with Savage as a cleanser, with Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, Darth Nihilus, and then actually you make Darth Maul the lead, so that way you get that extra speed, and everybody has their protection, and then Savage actually will regain his health over time that he normally gets, and you want him to get his health over time for sure. All right, let's go ahead and just do that. Bam, bada, bam, bam. They'll walk through this team pretty fast. What are your AAT tank takedown teams? I showed that on my last stream. I might go back through and show it really quick. Yeah, I would love to have vehicle battles as well. Jason says happy birthday. Jared says Wampa needed to unlock Commander Luke. That'd be funny. We need Padme. Padme is in the game files. I don't know if you knew that or not, but Padme is in the game files. So her coming is a possibility at some point. And so just like we have Embo, Embo is in the game files, and you can actually fight Embo. So that's pretty cool. Broken Node 9, if you're wondering how that happens, if you have a high enough power team, the game looks for a higher power team, right, to foil your plans of victory, and they can't find a higher node, and so it breaks, and they just give you some junk team, and that makes it easy. We'll battle. We're just going to do basics because my node 10 normally is pretty difficult, and we don't want to waste all of my special abilities. Let's see. Thrawn leads, Sith Trooper, Death Trooper, Darth Nihilus, and Tarkin. That's a good team right there. That'll be a fun team. C-3PO. I don't know. They might bring C-3PO in. Who the heck knows? Wow, here's going to be a Darth Vader or Darth Maul-led team. Super fast, right? Super fast with Thrawn. Or I'm sorry, with Darth Nihilus. I start to say Thrawn all the time. With Darth Nihilus, Kylo Ren, gross. This is, you know what? The only downside to this team is there's no tanks. So I just get to do whatever I want to do with this team. And so someone's asking what's the best power. Frank is asking what's the best power to get a node. The problem is they changed the power rate to include Zetas now. And so it's difficult to know exactly what power level. But if we go back really quick to Squad Arena, my power is around 90,000. And I break my node 9 with that. And so I'm guessing you're probably going to want to be at least 80,000 arena power to have a chance at possibly breaking node 12, maybe node 11, and then overpower 90,000 probably to break that node 9. That's my guess right now, but they've changed the power rates, which changes kind of how we can figure out how high we are, because they're still using for Galactic War the old power rating, which we can no longer see, which makes it really, 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 really hard. Frick the Father says my squad is way better than yours. Awesome. That's sweet. Happy birthday, man. Wow, my power is 70K. Got a long way to go. No, you know what? Make 100,000 power team. That's funny. Nihilus is dropping 50% of the time out of chromiums, full characters and shards. That's Magic City the Gathering. When I did the drop rates and stuff with a number of videos just recently, I compiled a number of people who fed me some data, and he was dropping in some shape or form 75% of the time, but a full unlock 50% of the time. So pretty good. They were buying the 2,500 unlock amount. So let's see. All right, my Sith have the advantage right now. So let's see if I can knock them out. All right. The only thing about this team is they constantly go into stealth, and that is super irritating. Makes it really, really, really hard to hit them, which is the part of this that is annoying. Let's daze them. All right. Let's try and shock their Emperor Palpatine. Ooh, straight to health. That was exciting. And that was a lot of damage to health, man. And now watch this. Emperor Palpatine, insta-kill, even with all that protection. Let's take his... deflected. Oh, man, that's so rough. Darth Vader's about to Culling Blade somebody. I got to do an increase of cooldowns on them. Man, their Darth Nihilus is about to jack me up. I got to get their Darth Nihilus, and he's going stealth. Man, this team is messing me up. Bam. Oh, man, this doesn't look good. Darth Nihilus is about to take out another character. I might just have to pull back and put another team in. Oh, all that protection regeneration. Nightmare. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Kylo Ren, Savage to the rescue. Conk. Let's try and stun. Increase cooldowns. We just might do it. I wish Savage had that insta-kill more often. That would be great. Let's do Darth Vader. Get him gone. All right, we don't want Darth Nihilus. And there we go. Pretty good. Bam. Sith Trooper in this team is good. You're right. He definitely works very, very good. Hero says, what's up? Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Can you counter the Jedi team lead with a General Kenobi with a base turret with a Sith team? Yeah, Sith teams are a great counter. Not necessarily for Rebels per se, but for the Jedi specifically, yes, because of how much damage they can apply to the Jedi. But if you're using Emperor Palpatine, he does damage to the Rebels and the Jedi. The only problem with Emperor Palpatine is he potentially can trigger like Chirrut and Baze's counter constantly because he does damage at the end of his turn. Let's kill them all in one fell swoop. Boop. Oh, that's always fun to do. Is Saxon good? He's good, not great. I put him at a like 7 out of 10 on overall offense, 6 out of 10 on defense. You know, he's decent. He's fun. He's really fun. I got him a 9 out of 10 on fun factor. You know, you definitely want to have some fun. Oh, and a broken node 12. Let's do this. More Sith characters in the game. Surprisingly, there is a lot of Sith characters in the game. When you look at other factions like First Order or Resistance, there are not that many. How good is Maul? Darth Maul is still very good. After this, we'll go back to Arena and we'll look and see if I have any Darth Maul in my current top 20. It does change a lot. Ben asks, every time he does Galactic War, his last 3 teams are way overpowered. Why is that? It's because you're at a particular power, and they're looking for teams that are over your power level, which means they're way more powerful than your team, statistically speaking. Not always, but most of the time. And so you're going to end up hitting those individuals that have much tougher teams in those last few nodes. That's the design. They want you to use 2, 3, 4, 5, 60. They want you to use multiple teams in this, not just one team to zip through it. I just like to use one team to zip through it because otherwise Galactic War can become a bit of a chore. And I know that because on my free-to-play, that's actually why I quit my free-to-play account and I only go in there from time to time, is because I was trying to play 2 Galactic Wars every day. And if you can imagine, my Galactic War takes, 20 minutes or whatever. And then I had another Galactic War that takes like 40 minutes. And I was playing every single day 2 Galactic Wars. And it was too much commitment. Plus, you got to go in for your dailies every day. And you got to go back to do all of that. Anyway, it became a lot. So definitely, see, Warrior is an Ewok team good? I would say an Ewok team is good. I wouldn't say an Ewok team is great. I just don't feel like they're great. And let's go ahead and clear these out. Yeah, I have used Wedge, Lead, Chirrut and Baze, R2 and GK, and that team is probably one of the most powerful offensive teams I've ever used. You can auto battle with no... you don't have to target anyone. You take targeting off, auto battle in less than 60 seconds. The other team's dead. Doesn't matter who you're going against. That is a very, and I mean very, powerful team for sure. Let's see. Rex Lead, General Kenobi, R2, Darth Nihilus, Thrawn is 2 OP. What comp can beat that team? You could use Jedi to beat that team. You could use a Rex-led team with like a Boba Fett on that team. Boba Fett does very well in this meta right now. The current meta, Boba Fett is still very viable because of the amount of damage he can apply, and he can target anyone. So he's good. Obviously, if you have any of those characters, if you have an R2-D2, even if he's only at 5 stars, I would use him because of his stun, his capability to apply stun. It's really nice. A Zeta, Qui-Gon Jinn, R2, and Kenobi. I just beat one on this live stream a minute ago, but many teams can beat those teams. It's just a matter of your arena team being up to par with speed and things like that. So yeah, Ewoks are really good for new players. That is true. That's what I said earlier. If you're a brand new player or, you know, in less than 6 months, your arena is probably not developed enough. And so you could use Ewoks with pretty good success. But when you get to the high-end level shards at the end game, you're not going to use Ewoks in arena. Not yet, anyway. All right, we've got... Man, Savage just looks angry, doesn't he? He looks so angry. If I had to pick one, Darth Sigma from Darth Sigma's watching, and he's on my leaderboard. We chat from time to time throughout the day. He asks if I had to pick one, Logray, Poplu, or Wicket, which one? I would say Wicket, just because of the damage and the critical chance up. He's got some usability in the raids. He could be a fill-in the raids and like with your rebel team, that kind of thing. So there's that. Lord Vader says happy birthday, bro. So very cool. All right. Let's do another arena battle. Hey, look it. If somebody just asked, is Darth Maul still present in the arena? And look at this. Look at this right here. I mean, you've got Darth Maul in there with Sith Assassin, General Kenobi, Thrawn, and Darth Nihilus. That's a pretty cool team. I like that team, actually. Very cool. All right. Block. Let's see. Koida has a Thrawn lead. We got a Rex lead with TDB. Let's see. We've got Rex, Darth Maul, Thrawn, Rex, General Kenobi, or Qui-Gon Jinn, sorry. Rex, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Rex, currently. Bunch of Rexes. There's another Darth Maul. And some more Rexes. So Rex is still like 10 out of 20. But you notice some of the higher level players get a little more creative. They tend to use more, different teams. People are pushing using Thrawn. Thrawn's a great leader. He gives everybody the cleanse capability, which is super fun for sure. All right. And I'm number 5. I don't want to knock anybody who's climbing right now on their leaderboard. And I already fought TDB. So it's been about an hour. It's been fun. If I go too much longer, I'm going to start to lose all of you. I've got about 300 of you. So I really appreciate it for you guys coming and hanging out with me on my birthday, watching me play Galactic War and do an arena battle and a flight battle, a ship's battle, checking out my favorites and doing some of my dailies with me. Appreciate everything you guys do. Thanks for all of the happy birthday wishes. I'm going to go have some birthday cake, some ice cream. I'll probably have some pizza because pizza is definitely part of a balanced diet if you're looking at maintaining your slim figure. But anyway, I appreciate all of you guys visiting. As always, make sure you keep your gaming on. Warrior, out.